So the social media is buzzing today. The news it's all about the trend of the woman whose partner and friends were shot by policemen that were attached to Burna Boy. So Burna Boy's police escort were alleged to have shot and wounded two patrons of Burna Boy's club, Lawrence and Tolu, in the early hours of Wednesday, June 8, 2022. The issue trended again today, Monday, 20th of June 2022, after the said lady shared her side of the story, adding that Cubana only reached out to them 4 days after the incident and had yet to release a closed-circuit CCTV footage or press statement on the issue. In her Instagram story revelation, this is what the woman with the name on Instagram, Neme Brele, has to say concerning the incident which happened between her partner and friends and the police escort that is attached to Burna Boy. She said, after taking time out to heal and process the events that occurred between my partner and best friend and her husband and Burna Boy Graham at Cubana Group on Cubana of Lagos Nightclub in Victoria Island, Lagos. We are visiting Nigeria from America and London for our childhood friend's wedding on the 8th of June 2022. Burna Boy and his friends opened fire at us at Cubana Lagos nightclub. My partner and his friends were shot, with both needing urgent medical care. A bullet grazed my partner's head and our friend was shot in the thigh, leaving him hospitalized and needing an emergency surgery in Nigeria. Around 3 a.m., I went to the Cubana club with some of my friends. We were there for a couple of hours celebrating the newlyweds. We were about 20 at the club and we were having a nice time in the VIP section. We were laughing, drinking and having a good time. Burna Boy and his friends came in. We are still there having fun. As the night progressed, one of the Burna Boy's friends walked to talk to me. His request was for Burna Boy to talk to me. On that first attempt, I told him I wasn't interested in talking to Burna Boy and I am married to my partner. He came again the second time and was met with the same response. He came the third time and that caused a few of our friends to flare up as they asked why he kept coming to disturb me. There were words back and forth and one of Burna Boy's friends attacked one of our friends, and as they attacked him, the situation degenerated into a fight. As the first fight started, the security at Burna Boy stepped in and we are able to calm the situation. As that happened, everybody was slowly going back to their section when two of Burna Boy's friends, another fight started and the security at Cubana jumped in again. As they were fighting, Burna Boy's friends started shooting after what looked like a signal from Burna Boy. At this point, the club was in chaos. Everyone was screaming and trying to vacate the premises. At this point, I couldn't find my partner or my best friend. I was screaming for help after being lifted and thrown so hard on the floor by one of Burna Boy's friends, and I hurt my left shoulder. All our private police officers were not allowed into the club, so it was left to us to fight for our lives. One of our friends, the Flow Wolf, was trying to get Burna Boy to calm the situation, but he only laughed at him and proceeded to get in his car while being protected by his security. This shooting happened twice at different times. His friends were also shooting at people trying to evacuate the club through the main entrance. They were out to kill and didn't care who got hit. My partner's head was bleeding profusely and his friend lost so much blood he needed the donor as soon as he got to the hospital. Burna Boy left Cubana club without a scratch and flew out to spend the next morning. Cubana only reached out to us 4 days after the event, claiming he had no idea and would do everything to get us justice for attempted murder. 11 days later, there has been no CCTV footage released by the club or even a statement to address the incident publicly. Business has carried on as usual for him. Even after leaving the club to safety outside, or at least I thought I was safe. The same man that initially approached me on behalf of Burna Boy saw me and said, "Oh, you are the one that was doing shakarabi," then reached into his bottoms to get something resembling a gun. Luckily at this point my friends found me and pulled me away just in time. He retracted and got into a car and left. To sum things up, I'm traumatized. I've broken down every day since then. The random flashbacks and nightmares, especially after seeing Burna Boy response. The lack of remorse or accountability is beyond me. At least 2 people could have died that night she ended. So this is what actually happened, and it took this woman after so many days to give her own revelation. When something like this happens, when an incident like this happens, it's very good and very important that you listen to both sides of the story. Because when Burna Boy reacted to it, Burna Boy said that he wouldn't be surprised if Nigerian media will come up and publish that he's the one that started Boko Haram, because the news was that if initial news that Burna Boy security shot at the patrons of a big Cubana club. But now she has given her own finding, and it's not just her own revelation, also her own side of the story. Some other person who was there at the club also has this to say. A guy who was present at the club the day this incident happened has this to say. So the guy with the name King Kong or African's Oracle said this is what really happened at Cubana Club. The guy's so-called wife, this is Brielle, went to snap with Burna Boy in his VIP top corner, and instead of him to wait till she returns, he went there violently to drag her out. Then he was resisted for his confrontational approach by Burna Boy's security. Immediately after things started escalating, Burna Boy decided to leave with his people, but the same guys crying foul made advance to attack Burna Boy. It was that the policemen attached to Burna Boy shot to disperse them, accidentally hitting 2 guys. Burna throughout was just trying to avoid the situation. He was even laughing like, what the hell is this? But these guys wanted more from the whole issue and made his kind gesture, taking selfies with a perceived fan, escalate so quickly. The funny thing, the media knows this, but decided to feed Nigerians with the story of Burna sending someone to call another person's wife. Those that know Burna know he won't stoop so low. When a lot of single ladies at the club we are trying to take pictures with me. So I'm not taking sides here, but when you look at the story, it looks somehow. Now Burna Boy's friend went to the woman, the first woman, approached her that Burna Boy wants to talk to her. She refused the first time, second time, third time. I mean, at this point, that's when I started disbelieving the story. I mean, is she the only one that that is in that club, or as in the whole world? Burna Boy has gone to many places, UK, America, Spain. I mean, he has gone to so many countries of the world. He has seen women. So why is it that this one why is she so important, and why is she why is she the most beautiful that Burna Boy could not live again, could not breathe without her? I'm not taking about her own side of story somehow, because when I consider what this guy has to say, his own revelation, African's Oracle, that she went to take pictures with Burna Boy, because of course as a popular musician world, not even in Africa, he's known in the entire world. So wherever he is found, people would like to take pictures with him, because they say Burna Boy made a pass at woman, Burna Boy tried to make a pass at woman and all of that. This is to many people unbelievable. It's difficult to believe that Burna Boy of his kind will try to go the first time, the woman refused, go the second time, the woman refused, go the third time, and then he led to a fight. So the thing there is that something led to one other thing, one thing led to the other, and in his revelation he said that they started escalating things. They were trying to get more from the whole issue, from the whole side. And of course, he said that the lady's husband went there and he was overreacting. He went there violently to drag his wife out. They all were at the VIP lodge of Cubana Club, but Burna Boy's own is VIP top corner. And of course, she went there as a musician. We've seen the video do that, we've seen Whiskey do that. They allow people come, close to them, take pictures, autographs, and all of that. So why is this getting, this messy? So Obi Cubana also said that he's at the top of it. Obi Cubana reacted to. Of course, it's trending today, and this is what Obi Cubana has said. As regards the issues making round the social media, we at Cubana Group have given all information at our disposal to the legal authorities. However, we wholeheartedly sympathize with any or all those who may have been impacted by this. I and our group would never compromise standards, as we have confidence in the authorities to handle all. Best regards. So, of course, the Lagos State Police Command Commissioner Special Squad has detained 5 policemen attached to Burna Boy. So let us see this whole story from different angles. One, I'm not going to disagree with the woman. I'm not going to say I won't believe what she said, but come to think of her own line of the story, saying that Burna Boy flew to Spain. Burna Boy response is what she didn't like, and all of this. My own is that the Burna Boy security shouldn't have shot the woman's husband and her friends. On no account should they have been shot. And if Burna Boy's security, the security attached to Burna Boy were allowed to the VIP section, why didn't Burna Boy Club allow her own security to go into their VIP with them? That's the problem. But in all, I think the whole thing is the police is to blame, not even Burna Boy. And because she said that Burna Boy was the one that ordered them to shoot. Really? How would he do that? Now, on Burna Boy's approval, the policeman shot, the Burna Boy security shot at her husband and her husband's friends. That is what I don't believe. So the policemen that fired the shot, they are the ones that should be prosecuted and the one that should be cautioned. Thank you, guys.